Are you over 60? Then stop right now, because lifting heavy buckets or dragging furniture could be silently damaging your body more than you realize. Doctors say this single habit is one of the hidden reasons behind sudden back injuries, joint pain, and even dangerous heart strain in seniors. After the age of 60, our bodies deserve more care, more love, and more protection. But sadly, many seniors are still doing household chores the same way they did in their 30s or 40s. One of the biggest mistakes? Lifting heavy buckets, shifting furniture, or carrying loads that silently damage the back, knees, and heart. Doctors are now warning. This everyday habit may look harmless, but it can increase the risk of joint injuries, slipped discs, high blood pressure spikes, and even sudden heart strain. So today, let's talk about why men and women over 60 must stop lifting heavy buckets and furniture, and what safer methods experts actually recommend. Because staying independent doesn't mean risking your health, it means being smart about how you care for your body. Part 2. Why heavy lifting after 60 is risky. Doctors explain that after age 60, the body naturally goes through several changes. Our bones lose density, muscles become weaker, and joints don't have the same cushion as before. That's why lifting or carrying heavy buckets, furniture, or large grocery bags can quickly turn dangerous. Bone and joint strain. With age, bones become more fragile due to osteoporosis and reduced calcium absorption. A heavy bucket or chair may seem light at first, but even one wrong movement can cause a fracture, knee twist, or shoulder injury. Doctors say many seniors who come in with hip fractures or back injuries were simply lifting something at home. 2. Back and spine damage. The spine is especially vulnerable. When you bend and lift, pressure builds on the discs in your lower back. For younger people, the spine can handle it. But for seniors, this can trigger slipped discs, chronic back pain, or sciatica. Just one wrong lift can mean months of pain and immobility. Sudden heart strain. This is something most people don't realize. Lifting heavy weight doesn't only affect bones, it also spikes blood pressure and heart rate. For seniors with hidden heart conditions, this sudden strain can even trigger dizziness, fainting, or in rare cases, a heart attack. Doctors warn that it's one of the silent risks nobody talks about. Risk of falls. When balance isn't as sharp as it used to be, carrying a heavy object makes falling much more likely. And a fall after 60 is not just a small injury. It can mean months of recovery, hospital visits, or loss of independence. So, the truth is simple. Heavy lifting at this age may look like a small task, but it can create long-term problems for your health and independence. Part 3. Safer alternatives. Doctors recommend. Doctors say, it's not about stopping work, it's about doing it smarter. आपको buckets, फर्नीचर या heavy items बिल्कुल नहीं उठाना चाहिए, लेकिन safe तरीके से same काम किया जा सकता है. Use smaller loads instead of one heavy bucket. Instead of carrying one large water bucket, use 2 smaller containers. It reduces pressure on your back and helps maintain balance. Invest in rollers or trolleys. A small wheeled trolley or bucket roller can make a big difference. You just pull instead of lifting. Hardware shops and online stores offer lightweight versions perfect for seniors. Slide, don't lift. Furniture doctors suggest using furniture sliders or even thick cloth under heavy items. This way you can slide the furniture instead of lifting it, saving your back and shoulders. Ask for help. It's a sign of wisdom, not weakness. Seniors often feel they should do everything themselves. But asking a neighbor, family member, or even a helper to move heavy objects prevents serious injuries. Doctors remind us, prevention is stronger than recovery. 5. Strengthen core muscles with gentle exercises. Light exercises like chair yoga, wall push-ups, or gentle resistance band workouts strengthen the back and core. With stronger muscles, even daily chores feel safer. Use assistive tools for groceries. Instead of lifting heavy grocery bags in both hands, use a pull cart or backpack. This distributes weight evenly and avoids dangerous strain. Mr. Anderson's back injury. Mr. Anderson, a 68-year-old retired teacher, loved taking care of his garden. One afternoon, he decided to move a heavy ceramic pot by himself. He thought, "I've lifted things all my life, I can still do this." But the moment he bent and pulled, he felt a sharp pain shoot through his lower back. Doctors later told him he had torn a muscle. What should have been a peaceful evening turned into months of therapy and sleepless nights. Today, Mr. Anderson often says, "I wish I had asked for help. I didn't lose my strength, I lost my patience." The lesson, after 60, lifting heavy isn't a sign of strength. It's a gamble with your health. Story 2. Mrs. Carter's smarter choice. At 72, Mrs. Carter wanted to rearrange her living room. Instead of dragging her couch across the floor, she used simple furniture sliders her daughter ordered online. With one gentle push, the couch glided into place. She smiled and said, "I didn't hurt myself, I didn't hurt my floor, and I still did it on my own." The lesson, independence isn't about doing it the hard way. It's about doing it the safe way. Story 3. Mr. Lee's grocery struggle. Mr. Lee, 65, came home from the store with 2 oversized grocery bags. He didn't want to make 2 trips, so he carried both at once. Halfway through his driveway, his knee gave out. What started as a simple shortcut turned into years of joint pain. Today, he shares his story with friends and family, reminding them, it's better to take 2 trips with light bags than 1 trip that changes your life. The lesson, protecting your body is always easier than fixing it later. These stories remind us that aging doesn't mean giving up. It means getting wiser. And wisdom is knowing when to use help, tools, and safer methods so you can keep living freely without pain. Part 5. What doctors want every senior to know. When doctors talk about lifting heavy items after 60, they aren't trying to scare you. They're trying to protect your future. Let's break it down the way many physicians explain it to their patients. 1. Back and spine risks. Doctors often see seniors in the ER with herniated discs or pinched nerves just from bending to lift something heavy. One orthopedic surgeon once told me, "It's not the one big lift. It's the small wrong movement that does the damage." The spine simply doesn't heal as fast after 60. What could have been a 2-week recovery at 40 can turn into a 6-month struggle now. 2. Joint and knee damage. Every extra pound of weight you carry puts 4 pounds of pressure on your knees. For someone with arthritis or thinning cartilage, lifting heavy objects can speed up joint damage. Doctors often say, your knees were built for a lifetime, but not for lifelong abuse. 3. Heart and blood pressure spikes. Here's something most people don't realize. Straining to lift heavy items can cause a sudden spike in blood pressure. For seniors already managing hypertension, that can mean dizziness, fainting, or even triggering a heart event. One cardiologist explained, it's like forcing a garden hose to handle fire hydrant pressure. The system wasn't designed for it. 4. The silent risk. Falls doctors say the greatest danger isn't always the weight itself. It's the risk of falling while carrying it. One slip on a rug, one misstep on the stairs, and a broken hip could change life forever. In fact, falls are still the one reason seniors lose their independence in the USA. 5. Long-term consequences. Doctors remind patients, injuries after 60 aren't just temporary setbacks. They can shift the course of your life. A single back or hip injury may mean giving up gardening, driving, or even living alone. One geriatric specialist said it best, a heavy box isn't heavy. It's your freedom at risk. So my friends, here's the truth. Lifting heavy things after 60 is not about proving strength. It's about protecting the life you've built, the memories you cherish, and the independence you deserve. Please remember, your body has served you well for decades. It deserves respect, kindness, and care. Don't risk your freedom for the sake of a heavy box or a stubborn piece of furniture. Ask for help, use the right tools, and most importantly, listen to your body's voice. If today's message spoke to you, share it with someone you love, because sometimes the most caring advice can prevent a lifetime of pain. This is Dr. Susan Hartley, reminding you to stay safe, stay strong, and stay gentle with yourself. because your best years are still ahead.